Dancers, has this ever happened to you? You have picked out the perfect costume, you have the perfect music, your makeup is perfectly done, you even have the perfect technique to pull off any kind of dancing. Then the music gets started, you hear that heavy rhythm kick in, you know it's time for a hip drop, but then, which hip drop? Do you find yourself fumbling to figure out which hip drop is going to perfectly match all of those other elements to create perfectly seamless style? Or did you maybe not even know that there's more than one drop, and all this time you could have been that much more stylish? I have good news. Never again will a hip drop style disaster befall you. Finally, you can put your fears to rest, because by the end of today's workshop, you will have all of your options laid out, and you will be ready to always choose the perfect drop. Let me show you the drops in today's workshop. We will look at unweighted drops to the side and double drops. Again, these are unweighted double drops. Weighted down hips, both singles and doubles. And we'll see 3 Egyptian style double drops. An Egyptian sit and twist back, Oriental untwist and twist back, a folklore double drop here, and a hip kick built on down to the front, shift back. So today's workshop is primarily about style and stylization, and it's intended for intermediate dancers. But because we need a solid foundation to create successful variations, I'll also walk you through all of the technique that you need. We'll make sure that we understand the technical specifications that differentiate each drop, and you'll also have the opportunity to do a detailed mini masterclass on everything around the hip drop. Alignment, transition footwork, layers, ornamentations, because these surrounding style choices also affect what your hip drop expresses. So whether you're choreographing or improvising, you will be empowered with confident choices about getting from where you are to the best place to go next. Our format today is a long discussion segment on technique and concepts, and this first half emphasizes informational content. After that, we move into several follow-along flow segments where you have the opportunity to put the concepts into context. I designed this workshop as a start-to-finish program, but if what you want today is just follow-along dancing, the technique flow segments can also be done on their own, either in the sequence of the program, or you can just use them individually as standalone practice or drilling segments. And, by the way, one last thing, you don't have to have the perfect everything else to choose the perfect hip drop. When you find the perfect earrings or the perfect shoes, does it matter whether or not you have anything that matches? There are differing opinions, but I say no. You go ahead, you get that accessory first. And when the time is right, the right dress will come to you. And the same thing is true with hip drops. To benefit from this workshop, you will already need to have some technique in place, but otherwise, go ahead, pick out your hip drops first, and then have fun assembling the rest of your dance to match.